Welcome to Asterisk, the timeless forgotten mystery star. Ever wondered what's really hiding on the dark side of the moon? Just take a look at these mysterious images. These are actual photos taken by NASA during the Apollo missions, showing what appear to be structures, buildings, bases, and in some images, even spaceships. But as soon as people started identifying these alien-looking formations, NASA wiped them from public records. Why? Could there really be a secret alien base on the moon? Over 50 years ago, during the Apollo missions, astronauts reported seeing something on the moon's far side that left them in complete shock. Not just lifeless rocks and craters, but what looked like an ancient, highly advanced unknown spacecraft. And as they approached it, something even stranger happened. They heard something. A sound, music, through their radio headsets. It wasn't human. It was a rhythmic, surreal space music. They described it as a signal from an advanced civilization. They called it a voice from another world. When NASA received the report, they immediately ordered silence. The documents were sealed, and astronauts were told never to speak about what they saw. So what exactly did they witness on the moon's dark side? And what are these buildings, bases, and spacecrafts captured in the Apollo mission photos? Could it be that space agencies like NASA and ISRO are hiding the existence of an alien civilization on the moon? Since childhood, we've only seen one side of the moon. But have you ever wondered, what lies on the other side? The moon's far side is never visible from Earth, and that's not a coincidence. It's a result of millions of years of gravitational interaction. Earth's gravity is so powerful, it has synced the moon's rotation with its orbit. That means the moon takes just as long to rotate once on its axis as it does to orbit Earth. That's why we always see the same side, and the other side remains hidden in darkness. This hidden part is what we call the dark side of the moon. But why are space agencies so secretive about this area? Back in the 1940s and 50s, during the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union weren't just battling on Earth, they were racing to dominate outer space. The Soviets struck first with Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite. It was a wake-up call for America. Then in 1959, the Soviets launched Luna 3, which became the first spacecraft to capture images of the moon's far side. The images shocked scientists. Strange hills, port-like holes, and rocks unlike anything seen on the near side. Curiosity skyrocketed. In 1961, US President John F. Kennedy promised that America would land a man on the moon before the decade ended. But what pushed Kennedy to make such a bold claim? Some say America wasn't just trying to beat the Soviets. They were reacting to strange signals and reports that suggested something non-human might be going on up there. Some researchers even claimed that alien structures had been detected, and radio signals were being received from the moon's far side. This was enough to convince NASA to launch the Apollo program. But it wasn't just a scientific mission, it had a secret objective: to confirm whether the moon was hiding an alien base. When the first satellites orbited the moon's far side, they captured images showing odd shadows, straight lines, and geometric shapes, not natural formations. Researchers grew suspicious. Some believed they were looking at abandoned alien bases. Others thought aliens were using the far side to hide their communications from Earth. Whenever a scientific conference was planned to discuss this, reports were either cancelled or the data was suddenly classified. Did both NASA and the Soviets realize we weren't alone on the moon? In 1968, Apollo 8 entered the moon's orbit. As soon as the spacecraft passed into the moon's shadow, contact with Earth was temporarily lost, as expected. But during this radio silence, the astronauts picked up something chilling: unexplained musical signals. They described it as outer space music. Years later, when leaked audio tape surfaced, the world asked, where did this music come from? Was it just interference, or was someone watching from the dark side? With each Apollo mission, strange new events were reported. Astronauts saw lights, moving objects, and even massive structures. NASA always had the same answer: illusions or technical glitches. But many believe NASA saw something real, something the world wasn't allowed to know. So is the moon's dark side actually an alien outpost? In 1969, the world watched with bated breath as Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. But behind the scenes, a different story was unfolding. According to confidential mission logs, Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spotted moving lights on the horizon. Not normal reflections, but coordinated movements. That wasn't a joke. It was a coded message used when astronauts encountered UFOs. Immediately, his audio was cut from the live feed and replaced with static. Later, insiders confirmed Thing radioed in using a classified code. Santa Claus is here with us. T3 massive spacecraft-like objects were spotted observing the astronauts. And it didn't stop with Apollo 11. Apollo 12 astronauts saw a glowing sphere following them. It mimicked their speed, then vanished when they tried to photograph it. NASA dismissed it as space environment illusion. In 1971, Apollo 14's Edgar Mitchell claimed to have seen a metallic saucer-shaped craft orbiting with them. He recorded it, but NASA took all the footage and later said, "The tapes are missing." Apollo 16 astronauts were heard saying, "They're watching us again," followed by radio silence. These transmissions were never shown to the public. NASA began editing records, blurring suspicious images, removing UFO audio, and silencing astronauts with NDAs. They even claimed billion-dollar mission footage was lost. All signs point to a deliberate cover-up of something massive. But the question remains, why? After Apollo, NASA stopped sending humans to the moon. The official reason? Budget cuts and lack of scientific interest. But if reaching the moon took such effort, why stop going? During the 1970s, NASA captured thousands of high-res images of the lunar surface. The public saw only barren land and craters. But leaked photos showed 90-degree angled buildings, tall towers casting kilometer-long shadows, even a geometric glass dome. NASA called it a processing error. The negatives were never released. NASA insider Donna Hare claimed she was ordered to erase UFOs from. When she asked why, the answer was, "The public isn't ready for this." Former manager Ken Johnston revealed that astronauts had taken photos of ancient ruins on the moon and were ordered to destroy them. But he secretly saved copies. Carl Wolf, a U.S. Air Force staff member assigned to the Lunar Orbiter project, claimed he saw massive alien structures on the far side. Soon after, he died in a suspicious accident. All these whistleblowers shared one thing: the moon is hiding something. The most popular theory? There's a permanent alien base on the moon's far side, the side never visible from Earth. And it's being used to monitor us. Add it all up, Apollo encounters, mysterious signals, leaked images, there's only one conclusion. Aliens are using the moon as a monitoring station. Even science supports it. The moon's far side is a perfect radio shield, ideal for undetected communication. So why hide it? Experts believe there are three major reasons. No. 1. Mass panic. Admitting alien life exists and is right next to us would shake society, religion, and politics. No. 2. Technological secrets. Any alien tech on the moon could push human science ahead by centuries. The US wanted that power exclusively. No. 3. Control of the narrative. If aliens are observing us, we are not in control of our planet, and no government would admit that. That's why NASA may have deliberately hidden the truth. Since 1972, humans haven't returned to the moon. Now, 50 years later,